Blow on everybody. Welcome to another episode of Daily Energy. I'm your host, Aurea Eden. The day is Ari Janu, T Twin Vince de Nom. It is the 27th day of January, aka my birthday. Yes, it is. I don't sound excited, but I guess, I'm like Prince. I'm 40 something. I'm like Prince. He said he stopped counting birthdays, so I stopped counting my birthdays. He said that's how I get to be this young. Okay? Look this young. But anyways, the energy for today will tell you why I look so to an extent younger than what I am. So let me go on with the energy for today. So this is kind of going to be a quick video because as y'all can see, you see that alarm clock above my head? That's how I'm feeling right now. Okay. And that's overall kind of the energy for today. The energy for today is kind of like melancholy a little bit and a little bit tired. But because it's my birthday, I'm going to claim that some of this stuff is a lie. Okay. I'm going to manifest some stuff today. I'm going to manifest this going to be a good day. I'm talking about all across the board. I'm talking about it's going to be a good day for me. It's going to be a good day for you. It's going to be a good day for us. I'm manifesting that thing. So anything negative in this reading, in this energy reading, I'm gonna be like, Ed, that's a lie. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Yeah, we gonna change that. That's gonna be my gift today. Is we gonna change some of this negative stuff and turn it around. But anyways, so today we're getting the energy of it's the energy of the inventor. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. It's the energy of the inventor. It's the energy of the developer, which at the same time, although, it's that energy to where it's the innovation, but it's also the energy of the undisciplined and the immature. Ain't that telling you something about yourself, Aurea? The undisciplined, the immature, and sometimes restless, the emotional. Okay, one of the things that I had to learn with this energy today, and this is just the energy overall doesn't always fall on my birthday, but this is something that stays the same because this has to do with my birthday, and so that energy basically says that, hey, you might be a little bit too emotional at times and you might need to work on your emotions. Remember I told you that they used to call me a little firecracker when I was in school, that people could say two words to me and I go off. Yeah, that was me in my youth, not being able to handle my emotions. Now I've gained a little bit of emotional intelligence, but I'm not all the way there yet. Okay, so that's the energy today. Today's energy has the tendency to be emotional, but this emotion could be also not a negative thing. It could be a good thing, as some of the emotion could be surprise. It could be happiness. It could be miracles and miraculous events, as that's a part of the energy here. Okay, so but it's important for us to understand today that our emotions are not in control of us. We are in control of our emotions, okay? And so that's what I'm getting here. So we are going to see a lot of creativity on today, which could lead to financial reward. For those of you who've reached that completion level, because we're still in the energy of completion. We're still in the energy of service. We're still in the energy of humanitarianism. I said it, humanitarianism. We're still in that area. And so there's going to be a lot of service. You may see someone that you may need to help today or may need your help today. And if you can't help them, this is a day that will encourage you too. Now, I am getting like 911 energy. So I think it was yesterday we had emergency energy, and that energy still lingers on even today. Because although we are in a new beginning, this new beginning is like on the cusp of an ending. And so this transition is teamed together. So where some people will have a new beginning today, and some people will have their new beginning tomorrow. Because, like I said, the energy is like, it also has some outrage energy, and it has some melancholy energy. And so for some people today, the best thing for you to do today is just to rest. Okay. So thinking and resting is like could tie together today. So if you feel like, and that's only for those of you who are off work, but you can still rest your mind. A friend of mine asked me the other day, she said, what do I need to do to make this work in my favor? And I told her nothing. You don't need to do nothing. You take your hands off of it and you let God put his hands on it. Because sometimes we be trying to hold on to the people, places, and things that God is trying to tear us away from, to get us away from. So this could be you trying to hold on to them jobs and those relationships that God is trying to get you out of. And so sometimes we have, I guess you could say, catastrophic events in our lives. At times we have those events not as a form of punishment, but as a form of advancement, because God wants to take you to another place. And it might not be your advancement. It could even be their advancement of them transitioning into the spirit. So we have more transitions into the spirit world today. And this is likely going to be another massive transition into the spirit. So more on recycling spirits. Okay. Some people call it death and dying, but I think that's like makes people think it's so final. And honestly, we're spirits. We don't die, we recycle. So either you come back and try it again in the phase that you were on before, or if you completed that phase, you come back on the next phase. And then for those who have ascended, then they go up and they become the ascended masters and the saints, etc., saints and saints. But anyways, but that's what ends up happening. So the world wants, sometimes some entities in the world want you to think it's so final, and that's why people feel like they don't have any hope. And it hits differently when they're going to a better place, and they are. And you know what that better place is? Sometimes that better place is with you everywhere you go, and sometimes you don't even know if they're able to go wherever they want to go. And they want to go to Paris in a day, they can go to Paris in a day. They want to sneak and sit beside you at your job. They sneak and sit beside you at your job. They're able to go wherever they want to go. So if you close to someone and they transition, don't think that they're not going to still be close to you. They might even be even closer to you now than they were before, and you don't even know it because, you might not be sensitive enough to the spirit to where you can see them. But hearts go out to you at this time. So, but yeah, sometimes just take your hands off of it. Let God put his hands on it, because a lot of times we could be fighting against the very thing that God wants to happen. And the more we fight against it, the more it keeps happening. And it's like you might feel like you're never able to get ahead. And that's why you feel like you're never able to get ahead. or that's why you're not able to get ahead, is because you keep fighting against your purpose. You keep fighting against what God has for you. And that's why it's so important to just surrender, because once you surrender, it's like you take the path of least resistance. What's mine is already mine, and can't nobody interfere with that. And before I knew that, I was subject to the belief of the generational curse, to where I was more subject to the woe is me. But now I'm not subjected to the woe is me, because now I'm stronger. I heard someone the other day say, I don't say I'm powerful, because power belongs to God, but I'm stronger. I've become stronger. And even though I know that I know what I know, I'm still, like I said, under my Father's wings, so to speak. I'm still in the hands of my Father. And so it's like now I don't worry about anybody trying to do anything to me, because I know that the only reason why they were able to before is because I didn't know who I was, what I was here to do, or who protected me, for that matter. You see? But once you get to know that you're covered, you're protected, you're chosen, you're ordained, you're anointed, you got a prophecy over your life, chosen. Your destiny is already written. The future is already working out for your good and in your favor, because Father has gone ahead of you. My love has gone ahead of you. And so they see what you don't see. So you're trying to hold on to some stuff that they're trying to get you to let go of. Let go and let God. And my throat hurts a little bit today, but the song says, soon as I stop worrying about how the story ends, I let go and I let God have his way. That's when things start happening, and I forget about back then, when I let go and I let God have his. Let go, let God, let go, and let God. So that's what you got to do, is just let go and let God surrender. Oprah shared the story about how she ended up on The Color Purple, and how it was when she started singing that song, I surrender all. I surrender all. When she started singing that song, she got a phone call. You see, and so, and even for me, at the time when my child passed away, and I sat there on that floor a couple of days after Christmas, I sat there on that floor, and I was done with God, and I was disappointed, and I was like, why would you do that to me? I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I do now. Ooh, child, do I get it and understand it now. Ooh, and I was like, I'm basically, I'm done with you. I don't want to have nothing else to do with you. You lied to me. I don't think you're real no more, because, this happened to me. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why I have compassion and understanding for people in that position, because I know how they got there. But the difference between me and them is that, luckily for me, when I had the moment I had that thought, and it wasn't even a Sunday, Joel Osteen popped up on the TV, and he said that was not the promised child. Do you hear what I'm saying? Y'all see, a lot of people that some people want to talk about people like Joel and T.D. Jakes, but when like I know, that the gift ain't fake, baby. You might not like them because you're jealous of them, but the gift ain't fake. Because I know that those two have guided me and brought me through some stuff. So you might not like them, but you got to understand they're vessels. They're vessels. And what you might not understand is they're disciples. So I'm always grateful to Joel Osteen and T.D. Jakes, but I'm specifically grateful for Joel Osteen because he was the first to show up for me in that way, so to speak. And I mean right there. That's not a coincidence, y'all. Synchronicity. I mean, as soon as I had the thought, I just had the thought. You know how they say that that, you know, he knows even your thoughts. I'm like, oh, you know all these thoughts. I don't need you to know all these thoughts, but he showed did. He said that was not the promised child. And when he said it, I knew what he meant because Father promised me that I would have a son, and I had a daughter, and it did baffle me and it confused me, but I got it twisted when I said I was going to have a son. Or possibly even twins. But what I didn't understand was he never did say that I wasn't going to have a child before I had my child, and that he never did say that I was going to get to raise it. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes we don't see what God sees. We don't know what he knows. We don't see because Father's up high and he's looking down low. He's the all-seeing, the all-knowing. Even I, being an emanation of God, being an embodiment of God here on this earth, even I don't know everything that he knows. That's my source of information, though. And what a good source to have. Okay, so anywho, meanwhile, back at the ranch, so let go and let God. Let go and let God. So that's the energy here. And you know, I told you about, you know, the stubbornness of the day's energy. But surrender and stay motivated. And you don't have the discipline. But what you could do is what I find helpful is that you can look up to people that you admire and you can learn from them. Learn from everybody. That's what helped me when I started learning. The devil messed up the day I started learning. I'm telling you, he messed up the day I started learning. I was like, you should have took me out a long time ago, because once I started learning better, I started doing better. That means I'm going to get better. That means I'm going to help better. Baby, you done messed up now. You better tell him. He done messed up now, huh? That devil done messed up. That devil entity, that devil energy, whether it's a he or a she, it done messed up, okay? Because it's like, you know that song like, who let the dogs out? No, in this case, it's like, who let the saints out? Who let the chosen out? Praise, praise, praise. Who let the saints out? Because when they let them, when the saints came out that grave, baby, it was time to go for them demons. And right now they don't even know it. Okay, so work on your perspective and how you're seeing things. Ain't that something? I was like, who let the dogs out? And the dogs start barking. But work on your perspective and how you're seeing things. Okay. So yeah, develop your discipline and your work ethic. It's like, even if you don't want to get out of bed, roll out of bed. That's helped me tremendously. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I'm already there, because if I was already there, I would have had all my makeup on. I would have had my lashes on. I wouldn't still be sitting in the bed, because I'm still sitting in the bed. But it's my birthday. So on this day, on my birthday, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I might work. I might not work. But I'm going to do whatever I want to do today. I sure am. But I'm not going to fight against the current. I'm not going to tire myself out today. No, Lord. All right, so that's why this day's energy is all over the place, because last night your girl didn't prepare ahead of time. All right, I didn't prepare ahead of time, so this is one of those what do you call it, impromptu daily energies. It's an impromptu daily energy. But let me tell you, so let me get into the daily energy, the news before news portion. So today I'm getting count. So we're looking at cash and money and stuff like that. And there's going to be probably taxes, I'm thinking, but something having to do with financials, taxes, survey and loss. This could also have insurance. There might be something, because we're getting mass loss here. There might be some surveying of loss, counting to see, doing a muster. When I was in the service, we would muster and we would all come together and do a count to ensure nobody's missing and nobody went overboard, that type of thing. So it could be like a taking of inventory today. So that might be something that you want to do today. Today would also be a good day to clean if you so choose. If you're not as tired, but it's the beginning of the cycle. We started a new cycle, so we're in new beginning energy. Okay, so newness. So even though we're still in transition energy, like I said, it's we're on the cusp of the two. Okay, so it's gonna be like leadership, but it's gonna be kind of like humanitarianism is piggybacking this, and so is completion, endings, and beginnings. All of that is in one. I'm seeing that there's going to be something going on with Russia. We may see something come in the news about Russia, because I still see Russia here. Teacher. So teacher-student relationships will be highlighted over the next 1 to 3 days. Russia, something about accounting highlighted. Taking something in consideration and incorporating. So we're going to see something new being incorporated. This is a new bill, a new law, or something along those lines over the next 1 to 3 days. I'm getting donut. So this could be a donut having to be put on a car. This could be a stock. It could be like a donut stock. This could be Krispy Kremes or something like that. Some could be a company having to do with donuts. Or I don't know. It could be a National Donut Day, but I don't know, because yesterday I said pink. And I was thinking the pink was going to be the celebrity, and it still could be. Okay, because it's over the next 1 to 3 days. But the color pink was associated with, I guess that it was like a pink, some kind of pink basketball game day, to where I guess everybody wore pink in celebration of, I won't say in celebration. Well, yeah, I'm saying celebration of life for the cancer survivors and those suffering for cancer. And so that was associated with the color pink yesterday. And the scarlet, I'm not sure what the scarlet was just yet, but I saw that at the time that I saw it earlier on in the day. I seen news on the Scarlet Witch, and I seen news on something else having to do with scarlet. But anywho, so condition, we have condition. So it's going to be quality checks, checking the condition or something. It could also be conditioning. So it's also a good day to work out, just like you would at the beginning of a new year. This is like a new year energy today. So everything that you would do on a new year, you would do today or tomorrow, because tomorrow is kind of like the similar energy. All right. So I'm also getting documentary. So we are going to see the releasing of top 10 documentaries over the next 1 to 3 days of something along those lines. Where I'm also seeing boats in the canal, something about boats in canal. I've been getting that one for a while, but that could be a build up for something. I'm not sure, but I'm getting fish. This could be a fishing boat in the canal. I'm not sure what it's going to be doing there. It could be stuck. I don't know. I see name calling, surveying loss. I told you about that. Fish is highlighted today. That's likely what I'm going to eat today. Might eat some fish because that's all I eat is fish and vegetables, pretty much. But I love me some coconut water. Like if I had me some coconut water, I probably wouldn't even eat. And that's bad, but it's I'm telling you what I do half the time. Like there's this one coconut water that I get at Brookshires. I drink that and I tell you, I am not hungry for the rest of the day. I have to like literally force myself to eat, and when I do, it's a cup of noodles. Yeah, I'm simple that way to the point to where I typically end up eating the same thing over and over again. But it's bad because if I get in the habit of eating the same thing over and over again, sometimes those cakes, cookies, and pies, and ice cream with sprinkles. and I say that with sprinkles because sprinkle is a word of the day, so it just might rain. Okay, it just might rain in some places, so it might get wet. And watch out for strangers. I see you might meet someone, but watch out for stranger. I'm getting something about stranger. You know what they say about strangers, right? They like stranger danger. Stranger danger. So it might be a stranger danger type of situation. I'm getting extinguish a fire, dampen. So this is why I said it might sprinkle, because I got that and sprinkle. So this is why I say it might rain. Okay, so it might be rain in a place where they have the fires. It's probably already raining. I told y'all. But I'm seeing rain in more places that where it says extinguish. Okay, this could be like an extinguished gentleman type of situation too. So this could be a person, a stranger. I'm not sure, but yeah, I got cigarettes. So something might come up about smoking, nicotine, cannabis. That type of thing. Wheat and pasta might be highlighted in the news. There might be a recall on that, or maybe a pasta restaurant. I got wheat yesterday, or maybe you're making your pasta after you collected your wheat out the fields or something. But I got wheat and pasta. So a lot of food energy today. A lot of celebratory energy. So there's something going to be about food highlighted in the news. One time I said something about a cake, and it actually was a human-sized cake, and I was like, why am I seeing cake? And so I don't take anything that I see lightly, because it typically ends up being significant, like the cereal. I said yesterday it was something about the cereal. And now I love me some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I ain't been eating it lately because, I had been diagnosed with PCOS. And that's polycystic ovarian syndrome, the type that gives you the mustache and the beard and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. The slow weight loss and all that stuff. Yeah. I had been diagnosed with that. And, but we ain't claiming nothing, okay? I had, you see, past tense, I had been diagnosed with that. And, so with that, it's like, I stopped eating the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch, come to find out yesterday, they have this, pizza flavored cereal. Pizza flavored cereal. So that's going to be interesting. Let me know if you tried that. I don't know if I'm going to try that, but yeah, I don't know if I just don't know about that. I just don't know about that. But that, yeah, that's that whole cereal thing. So I don't know. I think they're going to do pretty good with that because, there's going to be a lot of people making videos about it. Uh, there's going to be a lot of reviews. So that's a lot of people might, look and think that's a bad idea. That's not going to sell, but it just might boost their sales as their people are going to be talking about it on social media and doing reviews. And yeah, so them, if you own that, what is that, GM, could increase the stock prices there. I gotta learn how to get into that, because I've seen a vision that I was into the stocks, but I'm not really into the stocks now. But I seen a vision that I owned some stuff. I owned some stuff. Like, I'm a dreamer like Joseph. Okay. I had a vision that I owned some stuff. I can't tell you what that vision was. Because, some people, they try to come against your vision as if they could even see it. But I got a vision. Okay. But yeah, I might get into, now I said I might get into it, but eventually I get into it once I learn how to do it and learn more about it. You got to learn, bump into or hit heavily, thick. Bump in or hit heavily. So I'm getting more accidents. It's accident prone over the next 1 to 3 days, specifically today, as we have this transition energy here. So more car wrecks, more fraudulent activity, cons, exploitations, pranks and tricks, jokes, untruthful behavior, fake and fraudulent activity coming in, not genuine, forged, and counterfeit. So this counterfeit could be counterfeit money. But I am getting, you gotta watch type energy here. You gotta be watchful of where you're putting your information and who you're giving your information to. Okay, collection agencies and cash. I get cash collect. So a lot of that energy is coming in. Cud. So once again, we have food, but cud, chewing the cud, we're talking about what you're eating and if it's digestible or not. So we're going to get a lot of news about food and in relation to the digestive system, and inherited diseases and tumors. So we're going to get some nutrition type news today. I get physician and doctors. Someone by the name of Bob or Bob Don. I'm getting Bob Don. Those names may be significant today. We may see something coming in on the news over the next 1 to 3 days about a Bob or a Don, okay, or both. Also, Google is in the energy, specifically videos. So we're going to see videos being released over the next 1 to 3 days as well. Well, y'all, I love y'all. This is one of the fastest daily energy videos I've done, huh? Because, yeah. But I love y'all. Hearts go out to you. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get a heart. Hearts go out. I'm holding my phone, so I can only do one hand today. But I love you. Bye.